My name is Abby, and this is Teen Money Talks, where I build up your financial literacy skills one question at a time. For this week's podcast, I will be discussing how to manage college and boarding life expenses. As a current high schooler boarding at school, I always notice how fast expenses ramp up with little things. I've only been at boarding school for a month, and I've already noticed that every time I buy a snack from the vending machine or go out on weekends with my friends on the train, my card runs out of money so quickly. This doesn't just apply to boarding school life, but college as well, especially as students make their way towards adulthood. One of the biggest challenges living away from home and on your own is learning to budget for the necessities, such as school supplies, hygiene care, and household items. A strategy I use when facing this challenge is setting aside a budget and watching the small purchases you make. For example, if I notice I'm getting a lot of snacks from the vending machine, instead I'll go to a store like Target or Costco that sells snacks in bulk and cost less per bag. Now, here's where the wants versus needs conversation starts coming into play. In college or boarding school, the line between the two can be a blur. For example, I need notebooks and pens for class, but do I need a $40 personalized planner when a simple $10 one will do the job? I need clothes for everyday life, but do I need the trendy brands that cost twice as much just to fit in? Social life also comes with choices. Like, do I need to go out with my friends every weekend to have expensive lunches and dinners, or go shopping every weekend just because my friends are? No, you don't. That balance is something that kids deal with too, but in their own way, with their own situations. I'm going to pass it to Shakti, where you'll hear from a kid on how kids face their own challenges with their wants versus needs.
Hello everyone, my name is Shakti, and as you know, my mom is CEO of Flipkart. Today, I'm starting Shakti's podcast, a space for all listening to learn how to build their very own investment portfolio one step at a time. So first, let's talk about needs and wants. Needs are things like clothes, food, water, and education. Wants are things like TV, snacks, and toys. Fun extras that make life exciting, but you can live without them. If you have only your needs, you will have a simple life. But if you have all your needs and all your wants, you will have a fancier life. But here's the thing. You cannot always get every single one. And there is where being smart with money comes in. So, let me ask you, if I gave you $250 right now, what would you do? Spend it all on something fun right away, save it for something later on, or maybe even share a little with others. Now, let me tell you one story. One time I saw this super cool shiny lunchbox in a shop. It was pretty and colorful, and all my friends had one. So I said to my mom, I really need this lunchbox. But actually, I already had a perfectly good one at home. So it was just a big want. But here's the twist. My mom did not say never. She said, let's make it special. And guess what? I got that fancy lunchbox later on as a birthday gift. That taught me something really important. Just because you can buy something does not mean you should buy it right away. Sometimes waiting makes it even more special. Now, think about this. Have you ever gone to a shop and saw something you really liked and your family said it's too expensive? Take that moment to think about needs and wants. A toy might be fun, but food and clothes and water and school supplies we simply cannot live without. And that, my friends, is the moral of today's podcast. Always be wise in your money. Think carefully before you spend. That is all for today. Thank you for listening to Shakti's podcast. Bye.